to Kalilibes. My name's Megan, and in today's Design Time video, I'm going to show you how you can take ordinary cut flowers from the grocery store, along with some decorative pebbles and satin ribbon, and turn it into a fabulous 4th of July arrangement. Now what you're going to need out of your Kalilibes floral design kit, it doesn't matter which kit you have, these tools come in all of them, is of course your floral design knife. Where is that? Here it is. Your floral design knife, and you're going to want to use your leather thumb guard. Now I don't choose to use mine anymore, but if you're at all apprehensive about working with your design knife, you're going to want to go ahead and put that on. And you're also going to need 2 packets of your floral preservative. Along with that, you're going to need 3 different colors of decorative pebbles. Now we sell these on our website at www.KELILABEEZ.com if you want to get them there. And you're going to want red, white, and of course royal blue or cobalt blue. You're also going to need 3 cylinder vases to put your flowers in. Now you can go ahead and use the cylinder bud vase if you have those. You can also use plastic water bottles. I found these at the grocery store. I love the shape. The opening was wide enough to accommodate pouring the pebbles in and putting enough flowers in them. So I thought these were fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. Now you can also use empty bottles like olive oil bottles or clear vinegar bottles that you might have in your pantry. So you want to go ahead and save all those things when you use up all the product that's in them, so you can use them for future arrangements like today. But again, I'm just using plastic water bottles that I got at the grocery store. Another reason why I like using plastic for this arrangement is because 4th of July really is a family holiday. So chances are if you're doing any entertaining, you're probably going to have some young kids around. With young kids, there's accidents, and these can easily get knocked over. And if you're using a glass vase, they're going to break and someone might cut their fingers a little bit on them. The plastic ones, they knock them over. You just pick it up, add a little more water, and they're still as beautiful as they were to start, and nobody gets hurt. So for family get-togethers, I think the plastic bottles are great. The flowers that we're going to want to use are obviously red flowers, white flowers, and blue flowers. Now what I found at the grocery store is I found these fabulous blue iris. They're Siberian iris, a very common cut flower, so I'm going to use these for my blue. I found some red Gabbera daisies with these Hypericum berries, so I'm going to use these for my red. And I found freesia that I'm going to use for my white. Now you can use any major flowers that you want. You can even use minor flowers and just put more of them together. You could use carnations, you could use roses. For the blue, which is going to be the most challenging color to find, you can use hydrangeas, you can use delphinium. Any of those will work fine, but these are the flowers that I've chosen to work with. Next, you're going to want to take your cylinders, your vases, that whatever they are that you're using, and you're going to want to fill them about halfway full with lukewarm water and add about half a packet of floral preservative to it. Now once you've done that, you're going to take your decorative pebbles and you're going to use about half a bag. Now we sell these 2.5 pounds to a bag, so you're going to want to use about 1.25 pounds, and you can eye it. You want to make sure you fill it at least 1/3 full, because you're going to need the weight of these decorative pebbles to anchor these vases down, especially if you're using the plastic ones. They can flop over really easily and get top heavy when you put the flowers in. So these pebbles serve as anchors as well as decorative accents. So go ahead and fill your vases with lukewarm water, put your preservative in, add your decorative pebbles. Now I've obviously already done that to save time. And next we can move on to the flowers. Now I'm going to start off with my Gabbera daisies, and I'm going to want these to extend out probably 1/3 taller than the vases. Now you don't have to do that. You can make them shorter or taller as you like it, but that's where I'm going to go. So using my floral design knife, and using the technique shown in our floral design kits for everyday flowers on the tutorial DVDs, we're going to take our stems and we're going to cut them at a diagonal using our hitchhiking motion. And then I'm going to put them in. Now I'm not going to put my red flowers in with my red pebbles. I'm going to put them in with the blue. Now of course if you like the monochromatic look, you can go ahead and do that, but I'm going to mix mine up a little bit. Taking off my ends of my stem. A great thing about working with these decorative pebbles is not only are they beautiful, and do they serve to help anchor the containers down, they also work as frogs. You insert your stems and your flowers stay where you put them instead of flopping around. I love working with them. Next, I'm going to take my Hypericum berries, and these are a bit too much for what I want, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break these lateral stems off. I'm going to remove these leaves. I'm also going to remove this little piece that's broken. I'm going to give it a cut. Go ahead and insert that in, and then I'm going to use one or two more. I don't want too much in the vase, but I want enough. Just go just like that. I'm happy with that. I'm going to set this one aside. I can use it for something else. Clean these up. I like having a neat and tidy workspace. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the white. So I'm going to grab my Siberian iris. Now, of course, when I purchased these flowers and brought them home from the grocery store, I went ahead and conditioned them. I cut them at an angle underwater and then put them in a vase full of lukewarm water that had nutrient added to it, or floral preservative, and let it sit for at least 2 hours to condition. And these are ready to go. So I'm probably not going to use all of them, but we'll see. Put that down and take off some of the leaves. Go ahead and insert them into my pebbles, just like that. Oops. Excuse me, I dropped my knife. Down. There we go. Again, the decorative pebbles are helping to hold everything in place. So I'm going to want them to be about the same height as those Gaveras, which I should have been watching because I got them too tall, so that's fine. I'm just going to take them out, recut those, get them in there so they're about the same height. That one's bent over a little bit more than I like, so I'm going to set that one aside for now, decide if I want to use it later. And again, I'm just inserting them into the vase. Just like that. I'm happy with that. Next, I'm going to take the freesia. I'm going to do the same thing. Set these aside. Now again, you don't want to throw out any extra flowers that you have because you can cut them down and put them in little votive cups or make little posies with them. You can put them in your guest bathroom, in a guest room if you have people staying the night. You can make little corsages to give to honored guests with them. We show you lots of things to do with leftover bits and pieces in our design videos that come with our kits under a bits and pieces segment. So if you haven't already watched that and you have a kit, you want to go ahead and take a look at that because it gives you a lot of fun and creative ideas to do with the leftover things that you have when you're working on arrangements. There we go. Now something that I noticed that I did without thinking about it is putting the blue with the red and the red with the blue. It left the white with the white. Now I don't want that look, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my blue irises out and I'm just going to switch the vases because I really want to mix the colors up, and I should have thought about that a little bit, but it escaped me. So that's fine because those will just go ahead and go right back in there. These will go right back in there. There we go. Last are the ribbons. Now I'm going to want to use 2 of the red and 1 of the blue. So I'm going to want my blue to be in the middle. So that means my white freesia with the red decorative pebbles are going to go in the center. Again, this is completely subjective, so you can do it any way you want. I'm just going to tie the bows using my scissors. You don't have to use the satin ribbon. You can use curling ribbon if you have that, or regular acetate ribbon that you tie bows with. I really like the satin ribbon, so I'm using that. You can also find probably some special 4th of July ribbon at the craft store or your sewing store that you could use. That would be really cute. It's fun to be creative. And there you go. A great flower arrangement for 4th of July.